and good morning. I smile, but I'm actually feeling angry and a little bit helpless. The title that I've selected for this morning is 2012 Calling on the Cosmic Cops. Let's make it clear from the onset. No one is going to rescue us without our consent. The question is, how much support can we expect from our galactic friends and family? The truth is, we have never been alone, and we are not alone now. I know it seems to be other than that, yet for many, angel and ET encounters are becoming increasingly common. I'm reminded of a scripture. You have not because you ask not. Ask much, that your joy may be full. How many are asking for more cosmic support as our world goes through the upheaval of a paradigm shift? There's an event that occurred last evening that I can't go into detail about, but it's the reason that I'm angry. Sometimes we don't wake up until something hits close to home with a friend or a loved one. And oftentimes in our Orwellian police state, people's rights are trampled right and left with unlawful searches and seizures and arrests for things that under common law are not even crimes. And yet they occur. Arrests for non-crimes occur every day. And in the United States, the prisons are full of people for marijuana and other drug-related offenses that have nothing to do with any crime against anybody. Now, I know there's going to be people that disagree with that. But the way that I see it is the police are inadvertently, I don't blame most police people because they're not even aware that they're doing anything wrong. But it's a criminal syndicate run by the government using police as the pawns. And there needs to be a massive education, a re-education of the police. Now, I can't speak about today's title and topic without talking about all of the news of arrests and the promises of arrests for people in high places. We need that kind of cosmic help to empower and enable the humans, we humans, that are calling for a correction, a corrective thing in a government that has gone insane and is going more insane by the day as those in power seek to hang on to their illusion of control and their ability to amass wealth at the expense of everyone else in the world. These things have to be addressed. We, the people, have awakened to the injustice and the reality of a situation that is absolutely psychotic on the part of the elite establishment. Excuse me. Now, I know a lot of people, when they think of the topic of ETs, they've been trained to think of them in a negative sense, that they are demonic. And I mean, I've seen so many web pages and so many emails with people claiming that ETs are demons. Well, perhaps some of them are, and perhaps Some of them are angels. Now, whether an extraterrestrial is classified as an angel or a demon, I suppose depends on where you're standing. If you are one of the elite and you have been committing criminal acts and getting away with it for a very long time, you're going to see the extraterrestrials that come at the invitation of people to stop the violence, stop the war, stop the illegalities. You're going to see them as demons because they're interfering with what you wanted to, with the lifestyle that you have chosen because you thought it was best for you, and to hell with everybody else. So from your vantage point, you're going to see angels as demons. But from the respect and from the vantage point of those that are seeking justice on the planet, they are angels. So just like everything else in our world, definitions depend on vantage points, on perspectives. What's happening? How does it affect you? And there are criminals that are going to be greatly affected as the Galactic Federation, the Ashtar Command. People don't like those things. I get a lot of hate mail and stuff that's crazy. I happen to believe that there is an alliance, a galactic alliance of people that are here to help us. I do believe that extraterrestrials have been involved in human civilization from the very beginning. We have been seeded. We are all star seeds. We have been seeded from other galaxies, and we are a hodgepodge, literally a melting pot planet where the DNA from other cultures has been put in and mixed with ours, and new DNA and a new humanity is actually being born. But humanity, it's been a divine experiment, a manipulation, if you will. Now, whether those that manipulated us were angels or demons, again, depends on your perspective. Or did we choose to lay aside our free will and dumb ourselves down? Because that's the only way the game could be played. That's very possible. It makes a lot of sense to me. Because nothing else in the world makes sense. The insanity that we've put ourselves through, forgetting who we are. Now, I've been in the process of my whole life, I think, but more so in recent years, of remembering how many facets of myself that I wasn't aware of earlier on. And part of those facets is my family and my friends that are not here in the physical realm. And sometimes I get the feeling like in the past little while, past 12 hours, or not even 12 hours, past 6 or 7 hours or 8 hours, that they're saying, we can help. And my mind is not keen enough to figure out how they can help. And I get the message, leave the how to us. Do you want our help or not? And I'm encouraging humans all over the planet that listen to me, that hear this message, to ask for what you really want, no matter how impossible it may seem. You don't have to figure out the how. Just say, Spirit, Creator, God, Jesus, Buddha, however you address the beyond, however you address the invisible powers that actually are, ask for help. Jesus was the one that said, you have not because you ask not. Ask much that your joy may be full. I'm asking, and I'm asking you to ask our galactic family for help. Now, we've heard reports, those of us that have paid attention, even on mainstream media, how the Galactics have shut down the nuclear weapons. They are not viable weapons anymore because the extraterrestrials will not allow that weaponry to be used. They will not allow the elite to destroy the world and take it down with them. They will not allow that. You've heard reports that even on the battlefield, weapons stop working. A major concern of military brass and those that call the shots in the military, because the weapons designed to kill aren't killing anymore. We can ask for help. So what kind of a peaceful world do you envision? What kind of a just world do you envision? Ask for help. Let the cry from humanity go forth to end this reign of terror on this planet, where the people that claim to be abiding by law and order are actually the most unlawful people on the planet. I'm talking about bankers. I'm talking about attorneys. I'm talking about judges. I'm talking about those in high up in military and high up in law enforcement. What we don't need law enforcement. We need peacemakers. We need what's the word? A peace officer. That's simple. A peace officer. We need our police forces to become peace officer forces, not code enforcers. It's not law enforcement. It's code enforcement. The codes are against the law. They are legal, but they are against the law. It is against the law to detain an individual without charges brought against them. And the only charges that can be brought are not by people working for the state. They have to be a victim. That you say, this person stole from me. This person committed battery against me. This person raped me. And you bring a charge, a real human being bringing a real charge. That's common law. No victim, no crime. And there has to be a complainant, someone, a real human being that complains that the other person injured them either through theft or through bodily injury or whatever, and even sometimes threat. But the state can never be a lawful party to a common law action. It cannot be, because it's a fiction. The state is created to serve us, and the state, instead of serving us, has become our slave master. And this is part of the 2012 awakening. This is part of the transformation, that we're able to see these things and say, wait a minute, something is really screwed up here. Something is really screwed up. And we need to call on our cosmic cops or our galactic family and friends for assistance. Not to do it for us, not to rescue us, but say, look, either empower me personally, show me how I can do it, or go in my place, because I'm asking you. I'm giving you my consent to act as my agent to correct this problem of injustice, to correct this imbalance in human society, to stop the war, if you will. And the war rages on many levels. Personally, we need to stop the war within ourselves. Not just aim at the world. We need to recognize that there's a part of us that's the cop playing the sick game of abuse and gets a thrill out of abusing people's rights. There's a part of us that would like to be able to be in control of other people. Admit it. Admit it. We all have that part within us. We need to heal that part and say, that doesn't work. Come to our senses and say, wait a minute. Living like this isn't working. I watched a video yesterday called I Am something. He said, I am the problem, but I'm also the solution. We each are. We each are. It was a beautiful 3-part video, each of them about 26 minutes long. And it was a movie producer. I don't remember his name. I apologize for that. I posted it and favorited it on my Facebook page. But it was well worth watching. It was inspiring. Many times through that video, I cried. But we need to stop thinking of what can't happen. Like I do too. I think, well, what can they do? They can do, our friends and family, if we ask them, can do far more than we can even imagine. And they're only waiting for us to call for help. The Galactic Federation, in my opinion, is on our side. The Ashtar Command is on our side. These channeled messages from them, they're messages to uplift and inspire us. We can choose to react that way or respond that way or not. But to me, they are uplifting messages, and I believe that an angelic host is here to help us, and they'll only go as far as we are willing to ask for their assistance. Not to be rescued again, but to be empowered, and they help empower us and honor with grace the weakness when we say, I'm willing to be empowered, and if you can't empower me, help me here, because this is a situation that needs to be corrected. I have one of those going on in my life right now with people that I love very much, that affects a whole family. And I ask for your prayers for that family as they are in a very precarious situation where their rights have been totally taken away from them and can cause great harm to people that I love. And I realize as I ask that there are so many other families in the same situation, suffering at the hands of a system that is criminally insane. The criminals are the police forces and the military forces, and the individual police and soldiers don't even realize they're being used as part of a racketeering criminal enterprise. So the judges and the bankers and the politicians that run the show, they need to be arrested. And the arrests, I pray, will happen without a lot of violence and quickly. That's my prayer, so that we can right some of these wrongs in our culture and move to co-create a structure that serves all the people and gives everyone a chance to pursue happiness at his and her as he or she wishes, so that each of us can become fulfilled while at the same time honoring each other. I leave you with these thoughts, and I thank you for your honest prayers and your honest petition to the heavens, calling on the cosmic cops. Namaste.